I should like to tell you that I have seen some of the experiments shown in this film actually carried out.
All day breakfast, baby. All day breakfast time.
The next morning I woke up feeling woozy and cooked myself 3 pounds of bacon. I put breakfast on the table and yelled to Josie and Ray. Then the doorbell rang and I had to cram 4 strips of bacon into my mouth. Amber and Grace stood hunched on the porch. Amber wore a baggy hoodie. Seemed to have a problem with one arm. A sleeve dangled.
Mr. Giller, hey, it seemed like something was going on with you too, so we...
You hurt your arm?
Not too bad. Show him.
She glared at her friend. Then with her one visible hand, Amber tugged up the hem of her hoodie. And the first thing I saw was a bare elbow. She tugged a little higher, and her shoulder appeared in the middle of her belly, where no shoulder is meant to be. Then the whole limb slid down to waist level. I saw the knob of bone. Her shoulder wasn't attached to her body in any way.
See? It's gross.
I must have slept on it funny.
Amber lowered the hem of the hoodie and cradled the detached arm beneath the fabric. Like a puppy, she was sneaking into school.
You should take that to a hospital.
Amber twisted her lips and studied my welcome mat.
She won't go. Doesn't like needles.
Does it hurt?
They both shook their heads.
Then tell the doctor you don't need any anesthetic, and then there won't be needles. Look the other way while they stitch it back on. They might want to give you the general anesthetic, but that'll be gas with the mask and everything. It's not too bad. No needles.
Amber twisted her lips in the other direction and took a creaking step backward.
She doesn't like the gas either.
Even without the needle for a local, they'd still stick a saline drip in her good arm and probably shots for tetanus and all the rest. I just wanted them off the porch so I could eat before the grease all ran off my breakfast.
Oh, take her to the hospital anyway. I'll call you a cab.
They looked at each other but didn't say anything, so I went inside and dialed for a taxi. While it rang, I peeked out through the little window in the door. The girls were gone. I found my kids in their terry cloth housecoats at the kitchen table. They looked up, smiling, black flecks around their lips. There were only 4 strips left.
Don't you know I need that?
Their eyes widened and their little throats swallowed hard, then picked the pan up off the stove and hurried out the back door into the sunshine. Then I went under the steps for my dad's shovel. Yes, the one we'd buried my dog Keister with. The previous tenants had left an old birdhouse in the tree beside the back fence, and in 4 seconds I'd knocked the birdhouse down and smashed the thing to smithereens, bringing the shovel's blade down again and again. This thing with the bacon. I picked a splinter out of the shovel's handle, and I thought, this is gonna take some figuring out.
All day.
You wonder why I'm eating bacon. There's one thing I gotta ask you. Have you ever been a substitute at Hoover High, Nebraska? Took 'em all field trip in plastic factory in Valoria. Pipe burst, paint goo. They said I wouldn't let it worry a bacon dinner. Lost my finger, suckers cannot reject this. I tell you people, it's the all-day breakfast. Did I mention at the start that I was a vegetarian? Turn 'em all into zombies. They're the Jewish kid or Aryan. My tongue fell out my head. I'm just talking with a lisp, though. All the way from Omaha to San Luis Obispo. On your knees, pretty people. Genuflect, you cannot wreck this. I tell you people, it's the all-day breakfast.